Today we are going to study about back bonding. So what is back bonding? It is a type of bonding, and we know that bonds are formed either by donating, accepting or sharing of electrons. In chemical bonding, there are three types of bonds. Ionic bond, where one element donates electron and the other one accepts electron. Covalent bond, which is formed by non-metals by sharing of electrons. Covalent bonds such as O2, Cl2, these are covalent bonds, okay? Non-metal, HCl. And ionic bonds, example is NaCl, where sodium donates one electron because it has one electron in its outermost shell, and chlorine accepts one electron because it has 5 electron in its outermost shell. 5 electron in p subshell, and it needs p subshell can maximum hold 6 electron. Okay, so it will gain noble gas configuration. Both will gain, sodium, chlorine, both will gain noble gas configuration. Sodium, after losing one electron, we will gain noble gas configuration, and chlorine, after accepting one electron, will gain noble gas configuration. And then the third type of bond that we read in chemical bonding is coordinate or dative bond. Another name for coordinate bond, that is dative bond, in which one element completely donates its lone pair to the other element which is in need of electron. Okay, example NH4 plus. NH3, which is having lone pair, N will have lone pair on it, and it will donate its lone pair to hydrogen to form NH4 plus completely. It will not share, okay, in NH4 plus. We know this. Then there are two types of coordinate bond or dative bond. What are those? Sigma type dative bond and pi type dative bond, and that is only back bonding. Okay, so sigma type dative bond, what is there? A sigma bond is formed by complete donation of electron. Okay, example NH4 plus, or here NH3, it is having lone pair on it, and it will donate its lone pair to BF3, Lewis acid. Okay, BF3 is a Lewis acid and NH3 is a Lewis base. Here transfer of electron takes place between two different molecules. See, ammonia is a single molecule and BF3 is a single molecule, so it is intermolecular transfer. And in pi type dative or back bonding, a pi bond is formed by complete donation of electron. Okay, here pi bond will be formed after see here the example is given BF3. Here F, which is having lone pair, will donate its electron to the boron in its empty p orbital. Okay, so here boron is the Lewis acid, will act like Lewis acid, and fluorine will act like Lewis base. Transfer takes place within the same molecule. See, this is a single molecule, and here the transfer is taking place within the same molecule. Therefore, it is intramolecular transfer. It is also known as intramolecular Lewis acid Lewis base interaction. Okay, so this was the difference between sigma dative bonding and back bonding. Remember always that in back bonding only pi bond is formed. Okay, sigma bond will never form in back bonding. Due to back bonding only pi bond is formed. Okay, then back bonding. In back bonding, the transfer of lone pair can be from central atom to side atom or from side atom to central atom. Whoever will be having lone pair, that will donate its lone pair to the empty orbital of another atom. Okay, so it can be on either side, from central atom to side atom or from side atom to central atom. Then some important points of back bonding. Okay, in back bonding, transfer of lone pair takes place from filled orbital of an atom to empty orbital of another atom. Okay, so one atom which is having filled orbital will donate its electron to another atom's empty orbital. Okay, inside another atom's empty orbital. Back bonding takes place when a covalent bond is already present. Back bonding will only take place when a covalent bond will be already present. Okay, so we will read the examples next. There we will just match these points, it is happening or not. Okay, so first let's read the points. Okay, back bonding will always take place by sidewise overlapping of orbitals, because only sidewise overlapping gives rise to pi bonding. Okay, because we know when overlapping takes place along the axis, okay, along the axis if overlapping takes place, then what happens? Sigma bond is formed, and pi bond is formed when sidewise overlapping takes place. When sidewise overlapping takes place, then only pi bond will be formed. And back bonding is directly proportional to overlapping. That means greater the overlapping, greater is the pi bonding. That means overlapping has to be better, or else back bonding will not be better. In orbitals of same size, overlapping is better. Okay, therefore order of overlapping strength will be 2p 2p. It is of same size. See here it is written that in orbitals of same size overlapping is better. So 2p and 2p orbital, if electrons that are present in 2p orbital, they are transferred to empty 2p orbital of another atom, then the back bonding will be better, because 2p 2p orbital overlapping is better. So same size, they are of same size, therefore overlapping will be better. Therefore usually back bonding is mostly common for second period elements. Okay, in second period 2p will be there, 2p will be involved, therefore back bonding usually it is most common, it is mostly seen in second period elements, but it can be seen in third and fourth period elements as well. But there the extent of back bonding will be less, because there 3p 4d these will be involved where the overlapping is not better. Okay, the overlapping is not good. That's why mostly it is seen in second period elements. Now here we have written all p d, okay, but we have not written s. Why? So why s block or s orbital is not shown in the series? Why? Because s orbital forms only sigma bond. Okay, we will never see s orbital forming pi bond. S orbital always forms sigma bond. Okay, next examples, some examples we will read. First, examples of back bonding. First example is of BF3. Okay, it is sp2, that means 2p orbitals are involved. Okay, so here 1s2, what is the electronic configuration of boron? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. So here the p orbital is empty. Okay, we can see here 2p orbitals are empty, therefore fluorine will donate its lone pair in the p orbital. See, I have drawn here, it will donate its electron in the empty p orbital of boron. Okay, this is the filled p orbital of fluorine, and it is donating its lone pair to the empty p orbital of boron, and after donating double bond is formed. Okay, double bond is formed, and here also see, it can be with this fluorine also, it can be with this fluorine also, it can be with this fluorine also. Okay, so it is showing a type of resonance. So we can say that back bonding is a type of resonance. I have written that later. We will study that later. So PF3 now, and see, match the points. Match the points. In back bonding, transfer of lone pair takes place from filled orbital of an atom. See, filled orbital of an atom to empty orbital of another atom. And the second point is back bonding takes place when a covalent bond is already present. So see here, covalent bond is already present. This is also a covalent bond, covalent sigma bond, covalent sigma bond, covalent sigma bond. See, boron and fluorine both are non-metal. So covalent sigma bond, covalent sigma bond, covalent sigma bond. And here the back bond is forming a pi bond above the sigma bond. This one is the pi bond formed by back bonding, okay, and the down one is the sigma bond that was already present, and this is the already present covalent bond that is written in second point, about which we have read in the second point, okay. Then the third point is back bonding will always take place by sidewise overlapping of orbitals, because only sidewise overlapping gives rise to pi bonding. Yeah, because this one is sigma bond, this one is pi bond, and we know pi bonds are formed by sidewise overlapping. And the next point here, it is not shown, it will be shown in later in when we will solve the questions, okay. So here the next example is of PF3. Here P is having a lone pair and it is bonded to 3 fluorine atoms. What is the electronic configuration of phosphorus? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3, 3d0. Okay, here we are having the empty d orbital, and fluorine here 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, okay, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So phosphorus is having empty d orbital, so fluorine is going to transfer its electron to the empty d orbital of fluorine, okay. Fluorine donates the electron of 2p orbital. From 2p orbital it will go to 3d orbital of phosphorus, okay. 2p orbital in the empty, 3d orbital of phosphorus. And the third example is Cl2O. In Cl2O, see here, here in this example the transfer was taking place from side atom to the central atom, and here also the transfer was taking place from the side atom to the central atom. Now in the third example we will see that the transfer is taking place from the central atom to the side atom. So oxygen, what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, and chlorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, and 3d0. So it is having an empty d orbital, and here oxygen is having 2 lone pairs, so it will donate the lone pair electrons to the empty d orbital of chlorine. So oxygen donates its lone pair of electrons to the empty d orbital of chlorine, okay. Now the fourth example is BOH whole 3. OH, B, OH, OH. Here oxygen is having lone pair and boron is having empty p orbital. Earlier we have seen the electronic configuration of boron. See here, it is having 2 empty p orbital, okay. So boron is having empty p orbital and oxygen is having 2 lone pair, okay. So oxygen donates lone pair to empty p orbital of boron. And the fifth example is CH2OH. Here also oxygen lone pair it is having, and carbon it is having empty p orbital. What is the electronic configuration of carbon? 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2. It is having 1 p orbital empty, so oxygen will be donating its lone pair to carbon, okay. Then sixth example is this. Here carbon is having minus charge, that means carbon is having a lone pair of electron. This is a carb anion, okay. It is going to donate its electron to chlorine, okay. So chlorine, it is having empty d orbital. Here we have studied that chlorine. Okay, see, empty 3d0 was there. Here also same thing. Okay, in the empty 3d orbital, carbon is going to donate its lone pair. Now there is another example, that is inorganic benzene. It is known as inorganic benzene, and here 3 nitrogen are there and 3 boron are there. Boron is having empty p orbital, earlier we have studied, and nitrogen is having lone pair as in ammonia. Okay, so it will donate its lone pair in the empty orbital of boron. Okay, and pi bonds will be formed. Okay, so these were the examples. And next, in all the above example, we have seen that carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine are the donor atoms. Okay, see, donor atoms. Donor atoms is in first example, fluorine is the donor atom. Okay, fluorine is the donor atom. In the second example also, fluorine is the donor atom. Okay, in the third example, oxygen is the donor atom. Oxygen is the donor atom. In the fourth example also, oxygen is the donor atom, and in the fifth example, oxygen is the donor atom, and in sixth example, carbon is the donor atom, and in seventh example, nitrogen is the donor atom. Okay, so why these are good donors? Because all of them are second period elements. Okay, all of them are second period elements. All of them are of small size. Okay, so their electron density increases. If an atom is of smaller size, then its electrons will be closer to one another, and therefore the density of electrons will increase. Okay, they have lone pair. In all the above examples, we can see resonance. Yeah, I told you earlier that we can see here resonance. See here. Here it is like a resonating structure. Okay, canonical structure. 3 structures are there. So it is back bonding is a type of resonance. Back bonding is a type of resonance. And we know in resonance stability increases, so it will affect stability. Back bonding affects stability. Wherever we will see back bonding, its stability will be high. Okay, wherever we will see back bonding, its stability will be high. Due to resonance, there is partial double bond character. Okay, and when double bond comes into effect, then bond strength increases, because the strength of double bond is greater than single bond, so bond strength will increase and bond length decreases. Okay, we know single bond, its length, single bond's length is greater than double bond. Okay, so bond strength will increase but bond length decreases. So at last we can say that it affects what? It affects Lewis acidic character, Lewis basic character, bond length we have talked about this, bond angle also, hybridization, shape, or by stability and adduct formation. Okay, back bonding can affect all these. So these were all information about back bonding. Hope you understand back bonding, and if you like this video, please comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.